What's up, guys? All right, back over here at the range. Gnats are terrible, but a couple of shout outs. I want to give Dynamic Weapon Solutions a shout out. They do help support the channel. Go check them out. Support people that do help support the channel. Also, Underwood Ammo for supplying some of the ammo that we will be shooting today. But what this video is about is the Staccato P. Now, this one does have a threaded barrel. I did a video when I picked this one up because this was one of my grail guns. And thanks to you all watching these videos, I was able to pick one up and purchase it for the channel for review and just to compare with other pistols later on. I did put a X300U on it, and I did get like the TAC 2 grip, I think is what they call it, or something like that. It's got a very aggressive stippling on it. Again, if you guys were thinking about buying one of these for concealed carry or the C2, I would not suggest this grip for concealed carry. Get the standard grip. I don't like how the standard grip feels. I do have a C2 that I'll be doing a video on later with me today, but it does have the standard grip and it feels a little bit fatter to me. This one feels a little bit better in the hand, but with this aggressive stippling, I just think it would just rub you raw unless you wear an undershirt religiously. Again, mine has a threaded barrel on it. I did want the threaded barrel so I could run my suppressor on this. And I do not have an optic on it right now, but there is an optic on the way as well as an optic plate. I did not know this, but all DPOs, this is a Staccato P DPO, they all take the same plate. I didn't know if the smaller ones would take the same plate, but apparently when I ordered this, all DPO models do take the same optic plate. Now, you have to order it specifically for what optic you want. Even RMR has its own with the SRO, and Hollison has its own. So, you know, if you want the 507C, a lot of times the Trijicon and the Hollison share the same plate, but that wasn't the case with the Staccato. I do have a Hollison ACSS coming for this, a 507C, and you do have to order the Hollison specific plate. Again, this one does have, this is unloaded, this does have a, you know, stainless guide rod, and what somebody left in the comment section was, this has the quick takedown system, and that Staccato does not make a DLC guide rod for the quick takedown system. I don't know, I've not checked into that, but that does make sense because this is a completely DLC blacked out edition gun, but the guide rod is stainless, so that does make sense. But without further ado, I want to get to shooting this thing. I'm back at 10 yards here. I have my little silhouette target up there with the, you know, internals visible so you can see what you're hitting. But I've been wanting to shoot this for quite some time, and I could have done it at my house, but I wanted to save the first shots for you guys on video. So let me get this thing loaded up. Oh, by the way, I bought several magazines for this, and oddly enough, I ordered 2 more 20 rounders, so I'd have like 6 20 rounders and like 4 17 rounders or something like that. But I ordered 2 more 20 rounders, and they didn't drop free. It's the only ones I've had so far that did not drop free. That is empty. I'm sure with ammo in it, the weight of it would have dropped it, but they would not drop free. And Staccato has great customer service. They told me just to return those 2 and they would send me 2 more magazines. They thought that was kind of odd because normally that don't happen, but for some odd reason with mine, those 2 just would not drop free. It's been a bad week for me for firearms. I'm gonna have to send my C2 back that I just got, and my Wilson Combat is actually at Wilson right now. I'll do a video on that whenever that gets back. But without further ado, let's put some rounds through this. Okay, the gun is really flat shooting, but I want to show you this. Something is grabbing me on the side. I do feel like it's probably this slide stop lever right here. I don't know why that would be doing it, but you can see right there, I do have, let me take this down right here. Whenever I shoot, I do get a very, very high grip. And this right here is kind of sharp, and that is exactly where that hand right there is sitting. So you can see right there, I'm almost bleeding. I probably will be by the time this video is over, just because how my grip is. And it may actually be, I can't tell if it's the thumb safety. I'll have to shoot. That's actually the thumb safety. So let me show you again. So when I'm right here and I roll this hand over, you can see right there where I'm bleeding, that rolls right into that thumb safety. And for some odd reason, that thumb safety is actually cutting into my hand. Not a big deal. Those were first shots. I did pull one a little bit left. I shot kind of quick at the pistol. Let me take you off here. I'll just go show you what I did. So this is first shots, and I was kind of getting cut. So I was aiming right in this area here, and you can see we just tore this up. I had one flyer here, got him in the shoulder here. I shot at the pistol right here, hit the pistol, got right up in the shoulder here. Most of them I focused right here in the middle of the head, and you can see most of those got right there. This one right here was the last round I shot, and I was really starting to feel that cutting into my hand, but I wanted to get those last few shots off. So let me set this up, and I have a few more magazines loaded. We're going to put a few more shots down range. I'm going to try to get used to the trigger a little bit this time. Then we'll put like a little 3-inch shoot and see up there, and see how accurate I am with it. Now, I am my biggest critic, as probably a lot of us are. And even though this is a brand new gun, I've never shot it. And I want to say, for some odd reason with this green fiber optic up here, I'm having a little bit of a hard time picking that up in the sights. I don't know if it's just because I've shot red fiber optics for so long that's the case. But when I bring this gun up, I'm having a little bit of a problem picking that up. So I can't wait to actually get a dot on this pistol. I think I'll be a little bit more accurate, because on those follow-up quick shots, I was having a little bit of a hard time tracking that front green fiber optic. Again, I don't know why. I noticed that when I first got this pistol and I pulled it up, I was like, God, that fiber optic just wasn't where I wanted it to be. But that is probably a training issue and not necessarily the gun. So let me put a few more rounds through it, and then we'll kind of do an accuracy test as good as you can do with a brand new pistol. Okay, I'm going to try to adjust my grip a little bit this time as well to try to not get cut, and see how that works. I'm going to try to throw my hand a little bit more forward of that. And then when I do that, I ride the slide stop. Oh, man, that high grip I get, and it still got me a little bit. Let's go down here and see how we did with that 20 rounds. All right, let's see what we did. So I was really aiming for the nose, and we just pretty much took everything out right here. They all hit right here. So it seems to be very, very accurate. I'm gonna put a few more rounds through it off camera, because I don't want y'all to sit here and watch me, you know, get used to the trigger, which is pretty much what I'm doing right now. First thoughts though, I do want to tell you that the recoil isn't bad. Again, I don't know what's biting me right here, but the recoil is not too bad at all. And the thread protector is not working its way off. It does come with a O-ring right there, and it's not working its way off, so the O-ring is doing its job. And just so, in case y'all don't know, you can see right in here at the bottom of that guide rod, that piece actually pops out, and then it makes the pistol easier to take down, and that is why I believe that it probably does not have a DLC guide rod. But let me put a few more rounds through this, get used to this trigger, and then we'll throw up a shoot and see. I'll tell you my accuracy, or show you my accuracy that I can get on it as good as I can. That probably won't be great, because I'm not the best shooter in the world, but I do all right. And then I'll give you my final thoughts of the pistol. Probably going to try to put a few hundred rounds through it today just to make sure that it's reliable. And now I'll give you my final thoughts after I get a few hundred rounds through it. See you in just a second. All right, guys, so I've got a couple hundred rounds through this. I do want to say that my thread protector has not even tried to work its way off. That O-ring is really working for it. And I did bust the blood blister that came up on my hand from rubbing the controls on the pistol. But I do want to show you what I think I was doing. So there's a stick poking me in the leg. If I was getting like way out on the pistol like that, and I was getting into that thumb safety and that slide stop, so what I started doing was coming back a little bit further, still thumbs forward, but I was kind of getting more behind than far forward on the gun, and that has actually helped me quite a bit on not getting bit by that. So if you pick one of these up and you run into that right there, kind of move back on the gun just a little bit, and it seemed to have helped. Now I've got 5 rounds loaded into a magazine here, and we are just using Winchester white box for this part of the video. And I put 15 rounds downrange there just a minute ago, and it was pretty amazing the accuracy I got. So now that it counts, it'll probably really suck. So, but we are using iron sights. Like I said, I do have an optic coming. So hopefully that even makes the accuracy even better, which is already phenomenal. But we're gonna see what kind of accuracy we can get with just the iron sights right now. 5 rounds from 10 yards. Okay, so let me take you down here, show you what we got. Pretty happy with that. 5 yards, 10 rounds. Nothing crazy fast, and I'm sure it'll actually be even better with an optic. But right there, this is about a 3-inch, 2 or 3 inch shoot and see. These 4 right here, this was my first shot. I pulled just a little bit left, and then I drew them back all over there towards the center. Trigger control, getting used to that trigger. This gun is phenomenal. Again, I bought this to go on like my battle belt, and that is probably where this gun will wind up living. I bought the C2 for concealed carry some, but these guns were made a lot for like law enforcement and federal agencies and stuff like that. And there are quite a few of them around the country that actually do carry this firearm right here. One of my favorite things on it is that little flag right there. Love that. I don't know why. I'm very patriotic, and love that little flag right there. This gun so far has been amazing, flawless through probably a little over 200 rounds, no issues at all. Has just run everything I put through it, and we'll do a more extensive review or more rounds through it as soon as I get my optic in, which will probably be next week. Hopefully the plate comes in next week as well, because you do got to have that plate to mount it on. But hopefully that all comes in next week. But so far, this gun is amazing, awesome, and I cannot recommend it enough. Now, the price point may knock a lot of people out of it, because this gun, after the optic, after the plate, with the Surefire light and everything, you're probably getting up close to $3,500, $3,800. It is not a cheap pistol, along with this grip. Now, you can get them a little cheaper if you don't do the TAC 2 grip. That costs extra. The threaded barrel costs extra. But the way mine is set up, it's probably going to be somewhere around $3,500 to $3,800, getting close to that $4,000 range. And that may not be in a lot of people's budget, but if this is in your budget, it is amazing. Now, I've not shot one of the Springfield Prodigies yet. I know a lot of you all will probably have that question. I've not shot one of those yet. If this one isn't in your budget, that might be a good option, because there again, that is a 2011 as well. But I appreciate you guys watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys, and stay tuned for the optic video. We'll see you next time.